So you want to get rich this summer, but you don't even know what to do. Well, I'm Dennis, a 23-year-old entrepreneur in the UK that's tested pretty much every side hustle you can think of. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what you should do if you want to become rich this summer in 2025. So first things first, you need to break down why you actually want to be rich. And this is not like one of those videos where psychologically, why do you want to be rich? Is it important? Stuff like that. No, I'm just talking from a standpoint of why do you actually want the money? Do you want the money to just be rich so you can buy a crap ton of stuff? Or do you actually want the freedom that money provides? Because I myself, I don't really care about money from that standpoint. I don't want to be a billionaire or multi-millionaire. I just want freedom. Like as long as I have enough money to work for myself, travel where I want, live on my own terms, I'm happy. I don't need a Lambo. I don't need a Bugatti. As long as I have freedom, that's what makes me happy and that's what really fulfills me. So ask yourself, what do you really want? Because some people want loads of money so they can buy the most materialistic things, and that's okay. But you got to ask yourself that reason, because that will then dictate what you need to do this summer to start making your money. Because if you're chasing freedom, that's very different to just chasing money. Now, money obviously is a gateway to freedom. I think everyone can understand this to a certain extent, right? But there's different business models that cater to what you actually want. So let's assume you just want as much money as possible. Like you just want bread upon bread upon bread. Well, this summer, what I would recommend is first of all, you get a job. You get a job this summer and you start stacking some money, because when you have money coming in, this is especially if you're like a student or say you don't have a job already, get a job, any sort of job. It doesn't matter what it is. Just get a job this summer and start working, start stacking your bread. Because when you have money coming in your bank account, it gives you the opportunity to take more risks. If you've got 2 grand coming into your bank account every month, for example, $2,000, you're not going to get rich off $2,000 a month, but that gives you options. Because now, let's say you spend 800 of that, that's 1.2k you can play around with. That's 1.2 grand you can test on Meta ads, or 1.2 grand you can test on a side business, a project, etc. At least it gives you capital so you can start risking money, because it's very rare, very, very rare. I don't care what people tell you. It's very rare you start making money without spending anything. You can make a certain amount of money for free, but you're going to have to invest at some point. You're going to have to invest, right? And the more money you have up front to invest, the better your likely chances are of making money quickly, because that's what you want. If you click on this video, you don't want to get rich in 5 years time. You want to get rich this summer. So you need to start stacking bread as soon as physically possible, and you need to be investing that money aggressively to try and make money as quick as possible. So get some kind of job, doesn't matter what it is, anything you can get that's 9 to 5 maximum. You don't want to be working longer than 9 to 5. You need as much free time as possible, because in your free time, you need to be working on an online business. You need to be investing the money to do so. I am a huge advocate of businesses where you invest money because they're less saturated. There's high barriers to entry. Everyone, look around. Loads of people trying to make money online nowadays, and a lot of people trying the free methods like YouTube Shorts, TikTok theme pages, etc. Digital products without spending money. If you are willing to risk money and invest, you're miles ahead of loads of other people. Trust me when I say that. So many people I talk to are not willing to invest any money. Like investing $500 on a business for them is unheard of. I can't invest $500. What if I lose it? Well, I'm broke. Like that mentality, right? So if you can afford to risk $500, you've got a high likelihood of making it out, because at least you've got the first mindset, which is the risk mindset, which is what every entrepreneur needs. When would you risk those $500 on, for example, on a dropshipping store? Why not risk it on Meta ads? Test out Meta ads for a product. That's a good way of risking it. You can try it something else. For example, you could do like an Amazon FBA. You can do digital products. You can try and growth operate, for example. There's all these different business models you can try, but you can put some money up front to try and risk your way through it. YouTube automation, you can try and pay for some staff early, a good quality editor, a good quality script writer, etc. So use that money, risk it going forward to try and make a splash in the business world, because if you're trying to do it for free, there's a high likelihood you're going to come across a lot more competition, and it's far more saturated. So the more money you're willing to invest, the more you actually create barriers to entry to what you're trying to do. So that's if you're trying to stack as much bread as possible. Let's say instead you're aiming for freedom, right? You want freedom in this world. You don't care necessarily as much about how much money you have. You just want enough money to give you freedom. Well, you've got to ask yourself, what freedom do you want? If you want location freedom, like I do, time freedom, like I do, and financial freedom, the free freedom keys, right? You're going to need something that gives you all of that. So something that's location based, for example, working a job, does not give you time freedom. So you shouldn't be looking to work a job from that standpoint, right? Equally, if you're trying to work with a team that's not remote, like you want to work in office with people, doesn't really give you much location freedom or time freedom if you're working to other people's deadline. So what I tended to do and what I like doing was social media, because Social media gives you all three of those. Like, I can set up a camera anywhere and record a YouTube video. I could be in Bali right now and record a YouTube video as long as I have a camera and internet connection. That's location freedom. It's time freedom as well. Like, I'm recording this video at 2 o'clock, but I could equally record it at 8 p.m. if I wanted to, or 9 a.m. Doesn't matter. It's all on my schedule. And of course, financial freedom. If you make it in social media, it does give you financial freedom. So if you're looking to become very much from the standpoint of I want to have that freedom rather than prioritizing income, definitely look at social media. Now, that doesn't mean you have to become like a personal brand or faceless YouTuber or TikTok or something like that. You can always do something else, but then build up your personal brand on YouTube on the side, because then hopefully you'll get to a point where your personal brand is supplying enough cash where it's giving you that financial freedom. Plus, you get all the other benefits of being a social media content creator. We do get the time freedom and location freedom, provided, like I said before, that you're doing it for yourself and not as part of an agency or a company or with other people, where you will need to actually be on their timeline as well. So that breaks down what I would do if I wanted to get rich this summer in 2025. I'm an entrepreneur in the UK, 23 years old, a business owner. I first tried to make money online back in 2020. Tried out a bunch of different business models, like I said already. Some successful, some not successful. But the trick, as always, is you've got to keep going. You've got to keep believing in yourself. Remember, you're the only person that can make it happen, but you're also the only person that can mess it all up.